Okay, so I just woke up. I came to look at the garden and the cat got into my beds again. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see. But it dug everything up. So before it was all flat and pretty looking, there's, dirt where it's spilled. And I'm assuming that it's because of these gaps right here. That it got in through here. Which is unfortunate. I know when people make covers for garden beds, they don't have a trellis, and because we have these trellises on here, I can't lay the cover over the entire garden bed. I hope that makes sense. So now I have to figure out a way to cover these holes up. I don't know whether to do it with chicken wire or what, but I am feeling pretty sad this morning because I really thought that these had worked. I think it's been 2 days that maybe 1 or 2 days that I had this up and the cat didn't get in. And this morning I wake up to this. It makes me feel a little bit sad. I have the other one that I'm working on over here for this garden bed. And if you see cardboard boxes laying on the floor, it's because that's what I was using to cover my garden beds prior to building this, because I was trying to keep the cat out, and it only worked for maybe 2 days, and after that somehow I got underneath them and still dug everything up. So do you guys have any advice for me? What can I do to keep the cats out of my garden? One thing that does cheer me up is seeing these sunflowers. I'm just trying to focus on the positive and not let that get me upset, because it does suck. I mean, today I was planning on finishing up the other cover and then reseeding this one, and now I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. And I know that it's because of the gap, but I don't know what to do. If I lay the cover onto the actual dirt, then I'm taking away some of the space that I can use to sow, because these are 2x2s. So I'm going to be taking essentially 4 inches from the side and another 2 inches from the back. So about 6 inches from my entire garden bed. My husband suggested that I try and put chicken wire behind here. So I might try that. Also, I need to clean up the garden, you guys, and then I need to come give you guys a tour of what I have so far. But one thing that makes me really happy is looking at these peas. Have you guys ever seen the slow motion videos of what their little, what are they? They just call their little arms, but what their little tendrils look like? If you were to speed it up, they're basically sort of spinning around until they find something to grab onto. And it's cute because these two found each other. And then over here, look at this beautiful watermelon. I saw online that once that tendril right there, let me see, can it focus? There's a tendril right over here, and I saw that when that dries up all the way to this vine, then that means that the watermelon is nice and ready to eat. So I'm so excited. That one has been my favorite watermelon so far. Here lies an empty hammock where another watermelon was there, but it split open. We still tried it. It was really sweet and it wasn't even fully ripe yet. So there's that. And look at these sunflowers. Oh my gosh. Sunflowers are my personal favorite flower. Here I have another watermelon. Now this one's getting a decent size, but one thing that worries me is that the bottom looks weirdly shaped, and I don't know if that's normal or what. Here I used to have a huge watermelon. I'm talking, it hung from about right here down to about right here. It was huge, you guys. And then I made the mistake. I had it, of course, hanging with support, and I don't know why I decided to untie the t-shirt. I don't know what I was thinking, and it snapped off the vine. This one was a Charleston Gray, and then that one up there is a, what kind of watermelon is that? It's a crisscross watermelon. So I don't know if, I mean, there's another one growing over here now. I don't know if it'll take. I hope it does. But that's one of the biggest mistakes I made. I felt like crying right after I did it. I just kept wondering, like, why did I just do that? I know better. Like, why? So it's noon right now, and I don't know if I showed you guys earlier, but I finished this bed. You guys can obviously still see the chicken wire on top. I think next season when I sew things again, I'll make sure to hide it a little bit better, but at this point in time, I really don't care. It doesn't look that bad. And then once the plants grow, it's gonna obviously cover it. Oh, guys, I didn't even realize. This is my very first time ever seeing an okra bloom. That is a beautiful flower. I need to call my daughter out here. She's gonna be so happy. Oh my gosh, those flowers are gorgeous. Wow. And then this one's gonna open up soon, and then we have a few more blooms there. Oh my gosh. Okay, my day just got a whole lot better. Okay, anyways, so I still need to finish putting the chicken wire on these edges right here and wherever I can fit it, just to make sure that the cat doesn't dig up anything, because in the past it's also gone in between the okra plants and then made holes there. So I just want to make sure I protect everything as much as possible. And I spent hours, you don't understand, I spent hours putting these covers together. My husband cut the wood for me, and then I'm the one who, you know, drilled, what would you even call it? I'm not good with words. I just put them together, and it was really hard to do because they're 6.5 feet long. So it was really hard for me to do it by myself, but I was pretty determined to do it, and now I'm taking them apart. I think the chicken wire is going to work a lot better, so I'm taking it off of here. That way I don't have to open up a new roll, and if I don't end up using the new one I just bought yesterday, I can just return it to Lowe's. And then this morning I started working on this bed. As you guys can see, this is what it looks like before I anchor it down. So I'm working in strips. I try to flatten it out as much as possible, and then I sort of use part of the chicken wire to create little hooks to anchor it onto the bed. So it's pretty hot outside right now. I'm gonna have to go in, but this is what I want to get done for tonight. It's honestly not that hard to do it with the chicken wire. It's a lot easier than building those, and because we have the trellises, I just feel like it looks better with the covers right up against the trellises. I felt like it took away from the arcs and right from the arches, and without them you can just see everything so much prettier. And I felt like it might also interfere with the climbing beans and things like that. Anything that climbs would probably wind up getting tangled in between the chicken wire and the trellis. In the afternoon, I'm ready to give you guys another update. So this is what I have done so far. I've covered this garden bed with chicken wire, and it's looking pretty good. I still have it a bald spot right there that I need to cover up, and I did the sides of the I did the sides of this garden bed as well. I want to make sure that I get in between the okra, because the cat might not get in there, but I just don't want to take any chances. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So what I've been doing basically is tearing off pieces off of my bed cover, and I've been using these pliers, which let me tell you is not that easy. But I'm going through and cutting off chunks of it, and then just staking them into the ground using more of the chicken wire that I sort of fold in half to create a pin. I know that sorry, I'm gonna look a little bit rough right now. I know that they sell garden pins at Lowe's, but I don't want to leave the house, so I'm using what I have on hand, and as long as it holds, I'll be fine with that. Eventually, whenever I have a chance to go return the other roll of chicken wire that I bought, I can go ahead and pick some up then if I feel like, oh, these aren't holding. The only other thing that sucks though is there's ants everywhere. Let me show you. I mean, there's one right there. Well, there's a few right there. Okay, it doesn't look like that many, but I've gotten bit by quite a few ants since I've been working out here. which is fine. You know, not the greatest. So I'm trying to hurry up because it kind of hurts. But I'm very happy. I feel a lot better now. What I'm gonna do is once I finish, you know, covering these up, I'm gonna take these apart. I think I've already mentioned that. I'm gonna take these apart. I'm gonna store them in the garage, and then maybe in another video I can tidy up the garden because it's quite messy. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing this afternoon. And then another task that I want to get done is I want to trellis up these zucchini plants. These are black beauty zucchini plants. I don't know if I'll get to that, but I for sure want to finish up covering the garden beds. And then the cool thing about using the chicken wire is, as you guys can see on these other beds, I have quite a bit of empty space where some of the seeds haven't sprouted yet. So in case the cat decides to get into any of these, I can, you know, use more chicken wire and I don't have to keep building stuff for it, which I'm very happy about. But anyways, this is the progress that I have so far, and I'm pretty happy with it. This is basically what it looks like. So I try to flatten it out as much as possible, and then I fold the edges over to sort of turn them into little stakes so that I can stick it into the soil and it'll anchor it down. And that way I don't have to use as many pins. And I'm doing this without gloves, which is probably not a smart idea, but I feel like I work better with my hands. The only thing is my hands are super scratched up now. So here's another one done. And then I'll try to show you guys how I put them in the ground. I am sweating like crazy. It feels really nice outside, but bending down and doing all this is tedious work. Earlier today, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty bummed out when I saw the bed dug up, but I'm pretty optimistic. I read a few forums where people were saying that this really helped keep cats out of their garden. So I'm hoping that it works. I mean, there's no way that I can dig up the dirt if there's chicken wire in the way, so I don't see why it wouldn't work. Anyways, I think that's gonna be the end of this vlog. Maybe I'll do a little bit of footage of me watering part of the garden beds, but I feel pretty good. I feel pretty happy. Again, sorry about the appearance. It's been a long day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.